Welcome. I see your videos all the time, and I like
Thank
watching
you.
your videos.
Thank
And I
you.
know you've been watching ours. I saw you posting the stories. That was awesome with Stephanie Phillips and Stephanie Williams. The next one you need to watch is Torin Grumbat. We did a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
She's
Work.
amazing. She was awesome too. She writes Thor comics too.
Okay. Gotcha.
And Catwoman. She's the current Catwoman writer.
Fun. I don't think I've
She
ever read
wrote.
a Catwoman comic, so that'll be
Oh really?
a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I don't know.
actually newer to comics in the grand scheme of
Right.
things, and I mostly read indie. So, like Marvel and DC is kind of still a whole new world, especially DC. I'm barely really getting into all of it, so it's been fun. It's been a good time.
That's awesome. Indie's the way to go, really, but especially because that's where mine is. But
No bias there. Yeah.
yeah, no
You
bias
should
there at
try.
all.
You should try ours.
Yeah, you should.
I
And
will.
like I
Yeah.
said, I'm on this drawing journey, so I've just finished last night drawing the last page of my 8-page zine, and
Nice.
I got them scanned in this morning, and I'm starting to letter them. So hopefully in about a
guys.
few days, I'll have a 8-page black and white zine ready to
That's
go.
really cool. That's so cool. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure.
It is awesome. It's like I'm proud of it because 3 weeks ago, well, 2 weeks ago, I was not drawing, and now I've got an 8-page zine 2 weeks later. So
I know he
That's
couldn't let
progress.
me outshine him.
yeah, she wrote a zine. I've got it right here.
The OG one. Give me.
So he's playing
This is
catch up.
rip.
Got it. Okay.
So
Right.
this is
Work.
She made this in like an hour and a half, and
Wow. Okay.
yeah,
Oh wow.
we went to a convention, and she was like, "Hey,
Nice. Looks good.
we got one, or we got a couple of them somehow, or people gave them to us, or something. I don't remember." And we got home, and she's like, "How do you make this?" And I was like, "I don't know. We'll figure it out." So I figured out how to fold the paper right, and I handed it to her, and she came back an hour and a half later with a completed zine. I'm like, "All right."
Okay.
I outshined him for a little bit. That's
Oh no, I took 2 weeks to make mine, so
2 weeks.
more actually.
Hey, we
probably
all
it's gonna
have
be like
different
3 weeks.
paces, different paces. It's okay.
That's right. How do you pronounce your name? Is it Dez? Deez?
Yep.
What is it?
Dez, D-E-Z,
Both?
yeah, Dez. Just Dez.
Dez. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering because like some of your stuff it said D, some said Dez. I wasn't sure. So
Yeah, I mean my legal name when I'm in trouble is Desiree, but I'm
well, that's what we're going with then. No, I'm just
Someone's
kidding.
in trouble.
No,
Is that what your dad
I,
says? Desiree, get in here.
more my mom. She's the one, like, this
Mom.
sounds kind of crazy. My dad is very loud. He's a basketball coach, but like he's not the one to fear. My mom is the one who
Right.
like lays down the law, and like when my mom's mad, you've messed up. So she says my full
Yeah.
name. I've been called Des since I was in like 6th grade, 7th. And then the more I played sports, like I was actually in sports first, it kind of just stuck. And now my boys that I coach call me Coach Dez, and I just can't imagine going by any other name but Coach and Dez or together, Coach
I
Dez.
love that.
So
I love
yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
do that. Go into, tell us who you are, what you give us the rundown, the story. Welcome to Talkin Comics, by the way. I'll get that in there eventually.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
My name is Dez Nunez. That's a broad question. Who are you? I'm a comic book fan, clearly. I love comics. I love media, superheroes, good stories. I read a lot. Every book behind me I've read, and I'm very proud of that. Like, I love reading, love comics, love the MCU, and I love basketball and mental health. So like my day jobs that I get paid for, not very much, but I get paid for, are being a mental health therapist for teenagers mostly, and then being a basketball coach for 9th grade freshman boys. I actually assist with my dad, a cool setup
That's
like you
awesome.
have with your dad, which is really cool. So I'm his assistant, and I also coach 8th grade middle school boys as the head coach by myself.
Sweet. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We were talking about that a while back when we were talking about having you on, that you're mental health advocate, helping these kids. They need it bad, like, we all do. Yeah, we're starting the middle school journey in a week or
Oh, is
so.
that
So
next? Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
we're going
Okay,
into
this
the
is
6th grade.
exciting.
It
I
is
like it.
exciting. I'm
Yeah,
nervous,
a
but
reason, probably more nervous than she is, I bet. But
probably.
I purposely work with teenagers a lot because when I was one, like I'm sure you guys meet a lot of amazing people, but you kind of just
Wait, I'm
figure
not
out
supposed to
along
be
the
doing
way.
that.
Oh, what was that? Sorry.
Oh no, she's destroying my pens.
Oh,
It's a
Oh,
thing.
no.
that's hilarious.
Leave my pens alone.
But
Those
like
are
as you
my
get
pen.
older, you kind of just figure out who you want to be, like with every passing day, and kind of like what's missing around you. And my mom and dad, something I really do think they both showed me so well is like if you see a need, you meet that need. And like if there's not somebody doing XYZ thing around you, you step up to the plate. And like that's my dad taught me that more as like an ambitious thing, like swing for the fences, go try to do that. And then my mom balanced it with like a very self-assured, like this is who I am kind of way, and meet it in a more humble humanitarian type of way. So like I tried to live my life that way. So I work with teens mostly because as a teen, I realize how so many people treat you like you're a grown adult already when you don't know how to do anything. They're not as patient with you,
Right.
not as kind, not as gentle. They don't love you as much as they need to just because you're a little more stinky now because of puberty and everything. You're not as cute, right? Like working with teenagers, I just love it because like it's transitions, right? From sixth grade all the way until you're hitting like 40. So much happens. Middle school, high school, graduations, dating, weddings, kids, new jobs, breakups, blah, 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 blah. And so that's why I work with teens. It's just fun to support people through all those huge milestones. It's the fun
I
part for me.
love that. That's amazing. We all need it.
Yeah.
There is a lot that happens between 6th grade and 40. I'm 44, so I'm
Oh,
over the
okay.
hump.
So
But,
right there. Yeah.
I'm restarting my life, but it's like I'm in a full reset, right? Like losing my job 2 months ago. It's like I really have to like, what's next, right? Like
Yeah.
I dedicated 10 years to that company from
Wow.
startup to,
That's a
them
long
just
time.
laying us off. But,
Yeah.
they got bought out by a bigger corporation and they weren't, the small startup anymore. And, when corporate bean counters, as they call them, see that you're not bringing in any beans, they're like, yeah, we're going to axe that company.
Where did my pen go?
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
trust.
Oh, right here.
Being in
Oh,
mental
I
health
forgot.
in a capitalistic world, same thing. Yeah, 100%.
Right.
But yeah,
But no, and the other thing was the relationship you have with your dad. Like that's amazing. I love hearing that because I have an older daughter as well. She's 25, just turned 25 a couple weeks ago.
oh, wow.
And when she was younger, it was just her and I, right? Like her mom was out of the picture for a long, long time. And so from like 5 to 25, it was just her and I. And
Wow. Yeah.
yeah, so and I did the whole thing like I'm doing with her with comics and the podcast and all this. Like I dove deep into the golf world because that's what she wanted to do.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's how I always enjoyed playing golf. I play with my brother, play with my dad a little bit, and it's just something that I always had. But when you have kids, you give up those kind of things. Get to play golf, and but then she was like going into high school and was like, I'm going to play golf on the high school team. I'm like, okay, let's go. And so, yeah, so I
Cool.
literally just found this company that did golf training. Excuse me. And went all in and ended up helping them and started working for them and worked for them for 10 years.
Yeah,
but then,
wow.
now we're involved with Annakhan, and this is her thing. This is, the artwork, the drawing, the creativeness. Speaking of creativeness, do you want to show what you just made?
Oh.
So she's
Don't die.
she don't die over there.
Yeah.
She's always been very creative and artsy, right? And which is awesome. I love that. I've got a creative side. I'm getting to the broke artist part of my life. Starving artist, right? Is my next career path, I think.
Yeah, fair.
But she's like, now she's tying the comics into other crafts. And so
That's
show
cool.
them what you made.
Okay, so
Show everybody.
these are Terrificon exclusives and online. So on
Okay,
our
got it.
website, they're
Got it.
exclusive.
Drop the
So
link. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So
I better get them on the website.
So I love making crafts and paper crafts especially. So I made cards, like gift cards, like not gift cards, but like cards.
Greeting cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I made
Thank you
panel
cards,
keys,
whatever.
Thank you cards.
Wow, those look good.
I made
kid.
5 of them.
Right?
They look really
She
good.
cut out like all the pieces and glued them on and made like bows and
Nice.
tags and this and that. Like
They're
look
very
awesome.
colorful and fun and entertaining. They look really
Yeah.
good. That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
And it says
Well-
handmade by ACRR, which are my initials.
Her initials.
That's dope. That's so cool. Yeah, I
Right?
mean, yeah. I think what you guys do, and I know you just mentioned your oldest and golf and kind of my dad and
Mhm.
basketball. So like my dad's thing with me and him is basketball, always has been. With my sister, there's 3 of us. With my sister, it's kind of more music. But like as a parent, right, the cool thing that I don't know yet, because I'm not a parent yet, is that everything that your kids love becomes your thing. Like that you get to
Right.
love and do and try to, even if it's not something you've liked before, learn it through them, for them, with them. And that's such a cool journey in its own right. Like I never thought how that looked for my dad. My dad loves music. Like he's always loved
Right.
music. But until my sister, I don't like concerts very much. I have ADHD. It gets too loud and I'm like, it's not very fun unless it's a concert that of like a person I know every lyric to and I kind of just shut everything out to focus on the lyrics, right? I don't like concerts. My sister loves them. My
Right.
dad didn't really love them in the past, but he goes with her all the time. Last night they saw AC/DC. Like it's kind of cool that you just get to let your kid like flourish into something they're figuring out who they are, what they want, and like you get to be along for the ride and you're doing it right, instead of parents if it's not just if it's an issue of like not having the time or ability, that's different, but choosing not to like love ballet just because you're a football coach and your son or daughter's like I want to do ballet and you're like no, right? That's crazy. Like you learn to love what they're doing. I think that's really cool that you're doing that for her.
Yeah, I just strive to find something for them to do, right? Like she's not into
Hobbies are
any
good.
sports. We've tried that. We've tried sports. We've tried this, tried that. You know, right now this seems to be the thing. And hopefully it stays the thing because we've invested a lot of time and money into this.
Based on your
Especially
background,
money.
Yeah.
Especially
Especially
just
money.
today.
I mean,
Yeah.
trust how expensive comics are. I know.
Especially just today.
Yeah, because we ended up with this stupid Queen and where's it at? Yeah, this Queen in Black
The Queen in
box.
Black one.
Yeah,
Queen
the
in Black
box. We
box.
got
Did I
the
miss
box
something?
set. It's like
Oh.
it has 20 blind bags in it in the one box, and it has an exclusive cover in the box.
Like
and you're guaranteed
2-0?
Yeah, 2-0. Yeah.
Actually, it only comes with 19 blind bags.
Okay, at
And
19
one A
blind
cover.
bags. And
Or
no,
C
it's not.
cover?
It's a exclusive to that box cover.
I think it's like
Cool.
a.
So,
I'll have to check
I
that
put
out.
a bunch in there.
That's
It's
an
pretty cool, and
investment.
we
You're
got
correct.
a huge. We get a huge discount at our store, so that always helps. But
It's
Yeah.
this one.
yeah, this is the exclusive.
It's
You
in
know,
a shiny
foil.
bag.
Okay,
that
that looks
comes
really
in it.
cool. That
Um,
looks cool. Good choice.
I'm a huge Thor fan, so part of Thor, Hela is a huge part of Thor, right?
Right.
You know, so I'm all in on this Queen in Black event that
Yeah.
just started today.
And I also pulled the other one in the one of
Very
the blind
cool.
bags.
Nice. I
Yes.
purposely didn't go to my comic book shop today because my pockets were hurting from last week. So I gotta like be
Yeah.
brave and wait till next week to just drop the card and walk away. That's what I gotta do. So
We've scaled back a whole lot, especially since I, got laid off. We scaled back a lot. But today we spent more than I wanted to. But whatever.
Do it for the content.
That's how she gets me. She's like, we gotta have content, Dad.
Like, this is good content. We need to have it.
Have you heard or seen the story of how we got started in this? Did I tell you, or have you heard about it? So
No.
I tell this story quite a bit on the episodes on certain, it just always comes up. And other podcasts that I've done, other people's, right? I tell the story,
Right.
but short version, our birthdays are 2 days apart in December.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I always took those days off and we would just go do fun stuff, whatever it is. We go to a friend of mine's house, up in the mountains or, whatever. But that's what we ended up doing 2 years ago,
Okay.
almost a year and a half ago. We went to my buddy's house, hung out there for a day or two, and we were on our way back. And there's a big comic/game store in Raleigh, North Carolina. Well, it's in Durham, right outside of Raleigh.
Okay.
And we stopped. I always stop in there just to see what's new. And we're walking around, and she sees this these racks of comics. And she's like, "What are those?" I'm like, "They're comic books." And she's like, "Can I get one?" I'm like, "Get two." Anything to get her to
Nice.
read, right?
Right.
I hated reading.
Because she
Right.
hated reading, and it was the bane of our existence was getting her to read. So she got a couple, and she literally like turned the light on in the car, because it's like midnight. We're driving home, and she's reading, and she's like, "These are awesome." I'm like, "Sweet." So like a day or two later, I think it was on my birthday, we went to another town, and I wanted to go to this certain restaurant for my birthday.
Nice.
I'm like, "Let's go to the comic shop," and I ended up buying her like 25 more comics that
My
day.
God, amazing.
And
Nice.
just so happened, the one she's picked, it was Harley Quinn, right? So that's how we got introduced to Stephanie Phillips, was because she
Amazing.
wrote a lot of that run of the
Right.
that Harley Quinn run. So I was
Wow.
like, okay. So that's when I reached out to her or her team, and I was like, hey, would you be on the podcast? But not,
So
well, that was
crazy.
later. But
Yeah.
I had to start a podcast for my day job at the time, the golf world. And
Okay.
so I had to
Okay.
learn how to do the whole podcasting thing. So that's when I set up the whole golf background and had all the stuff to
Okay.
set up a podcast. And she came in here one day and she's like, "Hey, Dad, I want to be on your podcast." I'm like, "Yeah, it's never going to happen. This is on long-term golf development. Like,
Yeah.
like it's just not going to happen."
Right.
She's like, "Well, let's do one." And I'm like, "Well, what do you want to do?" She's like, "Comic books." I'm like, "Well,
That's
all right,
cool.
here we go." And that's how it was all started.
That's cool.
And we weren't even thinking about doing interviews or having guests. Like we'd have a friend on, right? Like a friend of ours, or my oldest daughter came on. The first few episodes, I think we had my oldest daughter came on one, and my one of my best friends came on, but we were like 8 episodes in, and I got an email from this marketing guy. It's like, "Hey, would you do interviews for like comic creators?" And I'm like, "I'll try it. I've never done it, but I'll try it."
That's
and I was so
cool,
nervous.
dude. Oh my God.
And so they sent me this guy. His name was Chris Saloff from Homebrewed Comics. If you're not following them, follow them too.
Okay,
They are
will do.
awesome. There's a bunch of them, but Homebrewed Comics. Dan Price, Chris Saloff, Dennis Valencia. I screwed his name up. He'll yell at me next week. There's a couple more guys. We're actually gonna have a booth. I think we're not next to each other. We're like 2 booths away from each other next week in Connecticut. So
How cool, you guys.
at
I'm so
Terrificon.
happy about that for you. Dang. Okay.
So I ended up interviewing this guy, Chris, and I was so nervous. Like, I was like, this is going to go so bad. And then afterwards, I was like, hey, man, I was like, I need to, like, ask you, like, you've done several podcasts. You've done it. Like, was this okay? Do I need to, like, just, cut the cord and just throw all this stuff away? Like, what's the deal? He's like, dude, no. He's like, this was awesome. He's like, you did a great job. And I was like, oh, okay. Maybe I'm okay. So that's when we started reaching out to other people about doing, interviews. And we got Stephanie and got, both Stephanies, right? And
That's
it's amazing,
so cool, man.
I'm giving my secret away, but all you have to do is reach out to these people. They love it.
Well, that's
right?
what
Like,
I do. Yeah, with all the opportunities like this one to be on it. And like,
you
I think
send them, the worst they can say is no.
Exactly. That's like my philosophy that I tell my kids. And I think the coolest part though is comics especially, I've found like I mean there's quote unquote bad people or not so great people in anything, period, right? Like that's just life, and it's rough, and you'll find toxicity anywhere. With that said, though, I've been really in love with how comics truly were so good to me from day one to now. Like, there have been very, very few not so great experiences.
Awesome.
Like, whether it's people
Glad
I've
to hear
met
that.
for podcasts like this, whether it's people I bump into at my shop, the people at my shop are amazing human beings. And that's that for the longest time because I was new to comics. There's not a lot of girls in the comic book store. It's very rare. And so I walked in and I was like, one here the first time I went there, but there's a guy named Logan at my comic book store, and I'll remember that day forever so clearly. He saw me looking like what do I get? Where do I do? Who do I talk to? I don't know. I've never been in one. And he was so kind, introduced himself. Was like, here's the shop. Like, he gave me a basic rundown. This is where our new stuff is. Anything you see on the wall is still new. Like, it's like current comics, stuff in the boxes, blah, blah, blah. He like very quickly explained it to me. And ever since, I just meet people like person after person that has great stories on how like what they're reading or which content creator they met has made some sort of difference in their life. I'm like, how cool is it that like
That is awesome.
we're in a world of like people in pajamas that
Right?
Hey,
change
we
our
hit
lives,
25
right?
minutes.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
good. It's good now.
Anyway,
Are you sure?
but I love this
The
world you guys are in, and I'm so happy for you guys. It's so
yes,
cool to be a part
that
of it.
is.
So
Thank you, and that's when I hear those stories like that. It's amazing because like we went to a convention a few weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago in Florida, and the guy across from us, he's like came up to the table, and there was like 3 or 4 people that came up to us, so other vendors or comic creators there. And they're like, "Oh, we've heard about you. We hear good things about you. We want to be on you." I'm like, "This is crazy." Like, our
that's so
names
cool.
get, like you said earlier, like our names getting around. Like, we're becoming established, right, in the
Yeah,
industry, which is really cool. The Invader comic guys have been amazing to us. Send us
oh
all their
well,
people, and you know,
that's
it's
so cool.
it's crazy, but I love it, and I want to keep going. And hopefully, I can't wait till I can really make a difference for somebody like a brand new comic creator like comes on and talks about their Kickstarter and like actually make a
Yeah,
difference for them. Like, I know I
right.
might get 1 or 2, but like I'm realistic on we're not reaching millions of people here, right? Not yet.
No, but
Soon.
you're reaching a great,
Hopefully not
great
soon.
room full, right? Like,
Right.
when I started my
Right.
TikTok a
Exactly.
year and a half ago, I just mostly wanted more opportunities to meet people like this,
Mhm.
and like just to talk to people, have podcast opportunities, talk about things I'm passionate about, teach things like mental health, basketball, and I felt silly, like filming videos in my room by myself because like
Me too.
I've never
Me
done it
too.
before, and like it opens up the door for a lot of things. And I actually think it might have been my brother or my partner, one of them, brilliant men, are around at times, and one of them had said something along the lines of, even if your follower count is like crazy low and you only have like 20, 30 people, if you think about it, like people in a room that are showing up to hear what you have to say, that want to have a conversation with you, like 30 people is 30 people. like like
Right.
the more you add to the tally, and like ever since I thought about that also, like I don't really get down as much anymore on videos, on anything. Like it's not I'm not going for popularity, I'm going for connection, right? And like podcasts like this and stuff that we're working on, actually connecting like with human beings
Right.
in things you're interested in, it's just the coolest thing in the world. So anyway, if you guys ever need a psychological consult for a book
I love that.
here, or any of your comic creator
I'll send you
friends,
my zine when I finish it to critique it.
sure. I work with trauma a lot, mood disorders, so I can help you write a good story
Right.
with those. No shame.
There you
There's a
go.
plug for you, you know? There you go. But
What
anyway,
what made you go into the comic shop the first time? Like, tell us how you got, like, what got you into this?
so Annika, you're gonna see, man. Or you already have, okay? Middle school and high school in the world, right? Like I said, you're gonna find not so great people everywhere, unfortunately. That's how the world is, right? There's always gonna be people that don't make the best choices. That's how it is. But you're also gonna find a
Like
lot of
people in
good
my
people.
class.
Exactly. Right? You're also gonna find
Most
a
of
lot of
them
good people
suck.
though. Not all of them though, which is good, right? So like
Yeah,
some
like
of them
my
might,
friends.
But there's some really good
Like
ones,
most
right?
of them in my class last year.
Okay.
I was in a class with none of my friends.
She was. That was pretty
That
bad.
builds
She got
resilience. That's hard.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
she built a lot of resilience last year
Well, you
because of that.
survived and I'm proud of you. But comics actually, I think I would have gotten into a lot sooner, but for two different reasons I didn't. Like one, I just grew up pretty poor. Like my mom and dad, I appreciate that they worked. My dad at one point had 3 or 4 jobs, just trying to like make sure we were comfortable with his kids. We didn't have to worry. I never lacked for anything for school or basketball. Like I think about it now, I don't have a kid and I like was barely getting myself through school all those years. My parents being able to do the things that they did. My mom was going to school part time, but mostly being at home. She also had worked off and on, like doing anything that they needed to do to put food on table, money in our bank account, right? Like my mom and Nana cleaned houses a lot. My dad worked at McDonald's for a brief time. I don't. He shouldn't have any shame on me sharing that. Like you just you work. And when I was
Right.
really young,
McDonald's.
though, like we couldn't afford much. So first, like comics, I didn't even know were an option because like all these more expensive type hobbies, I didn't really have, right? And back then, club basketball and basketball wasn't as crazy. Like all you needed was a basketball, a water bottle, and a pair of shoes, and that's it. And that would survive me. So sports was kind of like all my family has known. Both sides of my family grew up in poverty, and so like sports were huge on just getting us out of the house, connecting, working on our like my ADHD. I didn't realize how much basketball helped me all those years. And reading, the most exposure I had was through school in the library. I was always there, loved to read, but like I never really thought about reading comics, not in a negative way at all when I say this, but like I didn't have the time and like it didn't feel like a priority when I was trying to get our library cards worth of everything I needed for school, right? So like
Right.
comics weren't really on my radar for time, for money. With that said, though, I loved the Marvel like Fox movies, all in the
Mm-hmm.
2000s and the 2010s with like
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Garfield. So I always loved heroes, but we couldn't really afford it most of my under 12, 13. My dad and mom got good jobs around 12, 13. And like we were starting to have way more opportunity for things like going to the movies all the time when we used to not be able to. My dad was in the military to make sure we like had a house and were taken care of. But suddenly we like had money and like more time and leisure ability. And I was like, okay. I started really liking comics, but then high school, it takes one really mean person, which is why therapy is good and good coaches and good teachers and people to remind you, Annika, that not everybody's bad. They're not. I was in high school and I started really getting into it and thinking about reading the comics because Iron Man came out in 2008 and it was amazing. I was in 8th grade and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. That was a superhero movie. I like felt everything, right? And I was like, this is so great. And the Avengers came out in 2012 and I was like, okay, I'm going to start reading comics. Like I decided I was going to do it. And it takes one bad person. Somebody roasted me. I don't even remember after all these years, and I don't want to. I was talking so passionately about Iron Man 1 and 2, which I think were out, and Thor was 2011. Thor, I don't know, a couple movies, right? And the Avengers. And I was wearing the shirt. I took a mask to school because they let us actually wear that at school for some reason. I was living the life. And somebody said something like, ooh, basically, they were like, that's loser behavior or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And at the time, right, I was like a little, I'm a smart kid. Not, people aren't always nice to smart kids either. So I
Mm-hmm.
had just gotten out of like people being nice to me for once. Like middle school was rough in moments because I was a smart kid. In high school, I finally was being treated a little better because I also played sports. So like I was a little bit more of blending with more than one clique when I got to high school.
Right.
And for once, I finally was like not as, I don't know, ridiculed maybe. And yeah, they crushed it out of me with comics. And I was like, oh no. And
Dang.
I like got nervous about my image, which don't care about that, Annika. You be you.
Yeah,
I
don't care
really
about the
wish I
image.
had, exactly. I wish more people at that time told me you're fine. But yeah, so I like put it on the back burner for years, man. And then in 2020, I was here in Colorado. My family moved back from their overseas tour in Europe, came back here. And like, obviously with the pandemic, life is just sacred. I was here all the time and I was like, man, what can I do for fun? Like, finances aren't crazy there. I'm still in school, so I don't want to like read normal books as much anymore. I can't just go to the rec center or go outside and play basketball. Like, the world is shut down. I tried teaching myself piano. It went badly. And I was like, what else can I do
Like me.
to like it's harder than it looks. I've never played an instrument
I
in my
know.
It's
life.
very
It's
hard.
very hard.
What
I
in
tried
my
teaching
mind
myself
made me take
guitar.
it easy? And how'd that go?
It's like, I can't even figure out how to tune it.
It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna figure it out. But that's where I found
Yep.
comics. I was like, man, I got to do something different. So I found like one or two trade paperbacks I had from years ago that people had given me. I opened Spider-Man one day at a time, or one moment in time. Both, I think I had both. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is fun. So then I went to the comic book shop a couple months later when they started rolling back protections and restrictions, and I walked in and Logan bumped into me, told me what comics were a little bit better. And I told him, hey, I don't want to be stereotypical and only read Marvel and superheroes. I was like, what's everybody reading right now? What should I be doing? And he was like, James Tynion. James Tynion is the guy. And he was like, what do you want? And I was like, sci-fi or horror. That's kind of my vibe. He's like, do I have something for you? And he basically went, and handed me the House of Slaughter #1. Oh, so this was 2021, like a little bit later. House
Okay.
of Slaughter
Yeah.
#1. He was like, he just wrote this. This is new. And then he picked up the other book and he went, and he just wrote this last year, which was Something is Killing the Children, the trade paperback volume 1. He was like,
Yeah.
trust. And he like gave him to me. And I was like, okay, random guy I don't know. He's probably just like giving me these to get my money. That's how businesses work. And I was like, whatever, I'll try it. I could not put it down. I finished both in like 40 minutes. 40 minutes. And I went back the next day, picked up volume 2 of Something is Killing the Children, picked up
Wow.
Nice House on the Lake, volume 1, the trade paperback. And I have way too many comic books now. And that's where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that feeling. That
Yeah.
You see all those boxes in her corner, right? In that corner behind her.
That's all of his.
That's 3 levels high of comic book boxes.
You don't
And
wanna
there's
see
more on the
mine.
other side of
That's
the
all
room.
mine.
No, I only have 3. Those are technically long boxes. They just look funny because they're in the distance, those black ones over there. I have 3 long boxes and 2 short boxes, but the short ones are like a third full only. I don't have that many. I'm still on a therapist salary, you know. But I respect it. I love comics.
I've
I'm
cut
trying.
way back. Now, a lot of these I had from, not a lot, but I had some of these from before. I used to own a game store. I ran a game store and owned a game store and I had a comic rack. I didn't have like what?
That's so cool. You know, your dad has like a resume. You hear this? That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I have a resume that gets me no money in life. Nobody wants me. Nobody wants to hire me. It's like, I could tell you a story. Like, so this happened to me before in 2009. Or 2000, was it 2008, 2009? I don't know. I think it was 2009. I'm getting old and losing track of time now.
Happens.
So my first career from middle of high school, my dad was a machinist. So I went into machining like in 11th grade of high school because they gave me half a day out of school to go to a machine shop and work. And I'm like, half a day of school? Sold. You know? So it got me out of school at noon. I went to a machine shop, had a job, got paid like $10 an hour to work in a machine shop, and 4 days a week. And then on Fridays, I'd get to go to the community college and take like machining classes. So I did that my junior and senior year and ended up becoming a machinist, working in a machine shops for a few years, about 12 years, until 2009. The economy was horrible. Yeah, I got late. They closed the business I was working for, the shop, and they closed it. Ended up unemployed, went back to school. While I was back in school, I'm like, what am I going to, kind of like I am now, what am I going to do with my life?
All right.
and I opened up a book and game store.
That's crazy. That's so cool.
And I found over the cheapest building I could find for like $350 a month. It was like 1,000 square feet in a small town, and I ended up like running it for almost 7 years,
Wow.
and it was great. Then I had her, and my
She
oldest daughter. That
raised.
was then my oldest daughter that's when she was getting into golf, and I was like I said, we dove in just like we're doing with this, right? For her, I dove into golf with my oldest daughter and was spending more time on the golf course than I was at the shop, and my wife did not want to run the shop. So
a strand of my hair just went in my eye.
I'm sorry.
That takes skill.
So we ended up selling the store, and that's when I
Gotcha.
went to work for the golf company.
Gotcha.
And then
Wow.
now I'm back.
Okay.
Now maybe I just need to open a comic shop.
Do it.
So
I will work nights.
I can't invest because I'm poor, but in spirit.
Will you
I
will you do the therapy calls with me like once a week
Sure.
to keep my sanity? That's your
Fair.
investment.
No, but that's crazy. I mean, life does that, right? Like it's always we live in like a very wild world where something can change at the drop of a hat.
Isn't
Is
it
that how the saying
weird?
goes, right? And
Yeah.
like you just adapt and you're doing that. So like this is a really crappy new occurrence that's popped up for you, but like you've survived the other couple times and
I'll figure it out.
beautiful things come out of even the ugliest things
That's right.
sometimes. And like it doesn't make it any easier when it's a fresh ugly thing. No.
Right.
But like once you're really in it, it's kind of cool to like look back and reflect on the opportunities that came out that you would never otherwise have.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, you'll figure it out. You got a good
Yep,
kid,
we'll
good
figure it
kids
out.
and situation, so that's good.
Yeah, we'll be fine. I'll figure it out. It's kind of exciting in a way. It's nerve-wracking, right? But it's exciting in a way because it is like, okay, I have to figure out what I'm going to do in my life. What's next?
You never stop asking that question. Nobody told me that. You never stop asking yourself that question. Like, truly, like
Isn't
you're
that
still
crazy?
like, who am I going to be when I grow up? And I turned 31 in
And
like
I'm
a couple
44.
days. Exactly. And like it never stops. And I actually love that about life. Like I think I'd be scared if there's any point that I would be like, I have it all figured out and whatever, and I know what I'm doing and whatever. Like, I think that takes away the surprise and challenge of life. And like, I don't mind every
Right.
day when I'm waking up going, man, is this still like the purpose I have for myself? Right. Like I used to be really religious. I'm not so much as anymore. I have history, man. I coach basketball. I'm a therapist. I also went to Bible school for like a year and I was big time in ministry, helping out as young as like 12, 13, until I was like 22, I would say 22. But like something I always remember that they like really drove into us that I loved from a young age was like beyond your belief in God, right? Or whatever at the time. They were always telling me like you have to have a purpose in something. Like it's okay to have like leisurely things that you find joy in, activities, things to just get your mind off stuff, wind down, whatever. But like how awful and chaotic would life be if you weren't always trying to find purpose in your everyday life? And like I learned that at 14, I want to say 15, and like it's true. I love getting up and going, dang, okay, yeah, today I'm a therapist. That's my what I do for work. I got to make sure, everybody's taken care of, nobody dies. Like that's the base part of my job that I have to do. But beyond that, I'm like, what's my purpose? And for the last couple of years, if I'm being real with you, it's just been trying to make one other human being smile every day. It seems lame to say, but like
Nope, not
it's
at
such
all.
a beautiful easy thing for me to try to do, and it's let me talk to strangers a lot, like in public now. For example, Annika, this is something cool to practice if you ever have social anxiety, or if you don't, you're just working on trying to be more like authentic with people. This is how this helped me. When you're in public, it's a very American thing, right? Like when you're paying for something, somebody's like they're scanning at the cashier, they're like, "How are you?" And you just go, "Good," and you go, "How are you?" And they go, "Good," and that's it, right? That's the extent of
Yeah.
the conversation. I noticed that in Europe when my parents lived over there, they don't say that over there. They say hiya, they just say hi, and that's it, nothing else. We say how are you? They just say hi, but like none of us really care, I noticed. like fully. So what I started doing is like, depends. I don't do it all the time because sometimes I'm having a hard day, and if it does create a real conversation, I'm like, what have I done? I messed up. Why would I start this conversation? But when I'm having a decent day or I have the emotional energy to, if I'm paying for something and the cashier or the waitress or whoever, the server, they're like, hey, how are you? I'm like, I'll take a second to make that face, like I'm trying to be genuine and look at my day, and I'll be like, not that great, actually. I'm like kind of really tired, and today was hectic. And it's in their hands, right? What they do with that. So they'll be like, oh man, sorry to hear it, and move on. That's it. Or they'll be like, oh, what's going on? Why? And then when I ask them how they're doing, they'll actually give me an honest human answer.
Honest
And it's
answer.
so nice in like a tech
Right.
world to like ask them and get real answers a lot. And then they'll say, oh, and I'm having a great day. And if they look like they're up for talking, I'll be like, oh, well, why is it so great? Like I'll ask a follow-up question. And like anyway, like knowing human beings, being out, putting yourself out there, trying to just be genuine, trying to find a purpose every day, like that's the life. It doesn't always look pretty and neat in a little bow like your really cool stuff that you just made. But like that's how you make life still work, right? You make connections, try to be human, try to make people smile.
That's
it.
right.
So yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I've got you can't get out of here without answering my few fun.
Hold on.
What's up?
Is this brand Zebra or Zebra?
I have no idea. Let me see.
I think it's Zebra.
Z Grip.
No, the thing on the actual, like the engraved part.
Zebra. Way to derail me.
I'm saying zebra wrong. Wait, zebra.
No, it's
Zebra.
great. I love it.
Wait, is it zebra or zebra?
Zebra.
I think I like how it sounds.
Well, you can't get out of here without answering our fun questions. And then I think she's got a quick this or that. We're going to do a Spider-Man this or that in a few minutes too.
Nice. Okay.
But you've heard all these questions, I'm sure, if you've watched any of the episodes. But who is your first favorite comic character, superhero that you liked? And you've probably prepared for these questions, didn't you?
Just this, not all of them because I didn't have time, but
okay.
This one specifically broke my head because if we're basing it on comics only, like the ones I'm actually reading, it's Daredevil all the way, 100%.
Okay.
I love Daredevil. He's like so well written. I love that. I'm no longer religious, but like he's a man of faith, but that's like constantly questioning it in himself and like their actions, his actions through it. He's always, poor guy, like existentially in dread and dealing with it. And like, I love how well he's written, the conflict he has, all the different hats he's worn. And Stephanie Phillips' new run with him, when I was reading it, it was hilarious. I was like, why has no one ever written him as a professor? I was like, duh, like this fits.
Right.
And like I loved it because like how his character is, and she really has paid great honor and tribute to it. And I recently found out from your podcast that she was also a professor herself for a while. And
I was about to say she fits that
makes
right?
Sense. She knows
so much
ball.
sense.
And like Daredevil, when I've read his character, I forgot I'm wearing this. Perfect.
I noticed that earlier.
I didn't even notice. But
like,
when
she
I read
did
his
that
character,
for Stephanie Phillips.
I did not actually. I've been only wearing Spider-Man shirts.
I'll send it to her.
And this one, please do. Yeah, like this, like that.
Well, I'll see her next week. So I'm supposed to meet with her editor next week.
I have to bring this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Psychological consult, right here. I'm just kidding.
All right. Exactly.
But his character, I always wondered why I connected with it, but it was when I was reading the was it the Born Again run? No, the Back in Black run.
Okay.
Who wrote that one? The dude's actually a lawyer, which is cool and makes sense, or used to be, or something like that. But anyway, that one and Stephanie Phillips's, I realized I connected with him because he just has that mentorship vibe down so well. And as a coach and somebody who was in ministry for a while, like Daredevil is the GOAT. So in comics, Daredevil. Beyond comics, in the films, again, the 2000s were peak. It has to be Jean Grey from X-Men and the movies.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, we got Rogue.
I like
Where's
Rogue.
it at over there? Oh, it's over
there. Okay, Rogue is the choice. That's a good choice.
We just moved it, so it was right here.
It
was right here. Now it's over there.
You're thrown off now on your cues.
Yeah, I am. I just moved this around a couple hours ago, so. Great answer. What was the first comic book you ever read? Was it the Spider-Man you were telling us about, the trade paperbacks?
Yeah, so do I have it? I think I'm botching which one it is. I'm in pajama pants. Nobody look at that. Spider-Man One Moment in Time was
Oh,
one I
okay.
had like picked up something crazy like a
Very
garage
cool.
sale or a library sale. That one
Perfect.
and Life Story.
Okay.
So I
I
had
haven't read
both of
either of
these.
those. I'm going to have to
They're
read.
just so different from like what I was seeing in the Tobey movies. So I tried
Mm-hmm.
those. Those are the first two Marvel ones I ever read. But the first non-Marvel and first single issue comic I read was the House of Slaughter #1, and then the is Killing the Children volume 1 and 2, and Nice House on the Lake #1, all in 2 days. I read all those in 2 days. Those are the first comics I ever read, and it's been crazy since then. I will pretty much 9 times out of 10, anything that James Tynion writes is pure gold, and that's my guy. Barely getting into
I don't know if I have
Marvel
any. Let me look.
Comics. No, you have to.
What
I love
is
it.
what is your favorite current series?
Ooh, current.
While I'm
What am I
looking
even
for this.
reading right now? Well, obviously, Stephanie Phillips's Daredevil is up there because I love Daredevil. That one I just finished. What is it called? Dang it! Smile for the Camera. It's a horror one. It's kind of intense. I finished it. It was a 5-issue run. Apparently, Stephanie Williams has a Smile line coming out soon, which is crazy.
Yes.
It's the year of the Stephanies, and they're like taking it, man. That's like all I'm saying. But horror,
Right?
anything Tynan, Something is Killing the Children #50 comes out next month. I'm so excited. They're doing blind bags for that. So I'm reading ongoing, current. I think it's a tie between the Smile ones I just read, Something is Killing the Children. Anything Ignition Press has been really good.
So he's writing Exquisite Corpses too?
Yeah. That's him. That's all him, dude.
That's a great series.
I'm pretty sure I read that Batman.
And he did some Batman a few years ago
Yeah.
that we have.
You got me my one DC. I was trying to think of a DC when I'm reading the Jorge Jimenez run of the Batman right now. I had never read a Batman run, and I have enjoyed it. I know people were
There's
hating
some
on a
good
couple
ones.
of issues like 2 or 3 months ago, but like I think
There's
he's picked it
haters
back up.
everywhere.
That's true, but it's fun. I loved it. So between the Stephanie's, Ignition Press, James Tynion, and Batman, I'm living the life lately. So
heck yeah,
it's good.
I like that. Definitely, I like the Absolute Batman is phenomenal. I'm a big Batman fan because when I was a kid, 10, 11, 12. I was like 9, I think, when Batman came out, the Michael Keaton Batman.
Wow.
I remember
Okay.
going to the theater to see the second one, Batman Returns, and it was sold out. So my parents bought tickets to another movie and then just sent me in there, and I sat on the floor to watch Batman Returns by myself, just sitting on the floor. It was awesome.
That's amazing. That's a cool memory.
Yeah, I was a Batman fan. That's what really kind of got me into it. And then the Saturday morning cartoons, Ninja Turtles, stuff like that.
So wait, Annika, yours is Harley Quinn. Yes.
Yep.
Who's your second favorite comic book character then?
Okay, I think it's a tie between Gert from I Hate Fairyland and Poison Ivy.
Ooh. And so Poison Ivy's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy's really good.
I'm still trying to catch up with Harley Quinn.
Yeah, we were behind, and we're never going to catch up. That's okay. Nope. It's fun.
Never.
Yeah, those are great. Yeah, we got plenty of time. Yeah. All right. I forgot to combine these. This is an old sheet.
You're good.
So this is a 3-part question. It used to be 3 separate questions, but now it's a 3-part question.
Okay.
So if you could live in any comic book universe with a superpower and have any character, main line or side or any character, be your sidekick, who would it be?
Holy crap.
So where would you live? What power would you have? And who's your character? Sidekick.
Ooh. Okay, see, the first part is the hardest one of what universe. Is like, because I have stressful day jobs and life is hard sometimes, I would want to say something like a place that has no trouble or issue, but then like life would get boring and like what would I be doing and like what would I be trying to fix or help or grow or like, you know what I mean? Like I want to say like Disneyland. I want to go to Disneyland and live there, but then in actuality, what does one do for too long, right? So, oh, that one is hard. I might have to circle back to that one. I'm thinking for that one, it would have to just be something pretty cliche, like Metropolis or like Gotham, just like a bigger city where supers are, but like a lot of normal people are, and like normal world problems and life exists. Like I would have to be very selective on which timeline and era, depending on how things are. But probably just one of those, nothing crazy like Marvel 616, New York, Metropolis, or Gotham. But okay, superpower I did think a lot about. I don't know if I have the right words for it though. Hear me out, okay? Um, I
New
already
content.
try to have this one, but like empathy, I think is a pretty cool superpower that anybody can have even now, but like just doing your best to assume alternate perspectives, right? To really try to see other people's point of view. They can still be dead wrong on stuff, they can still be struggling with things, but to have like unlimited ability to just empathize, I think would help solve so many world issues as like a strength. But then like unlimited knowledge. I don't know what you want to call that, like knowledge slash unlimited memory, ability to
Who was
just
it? I was watching.
all this.
Spider-Man had a villain called The Answer. I saw this in a video today.
Oh, never heard of him.
Spider-Man, there was a villain apparently that was like the Spider-Man's like toughest villain, and it was The Answer because he had the answer to everything.
Ah,
I don't know.
interesting. Yeah, no,
I'll have
see,
to look into it more. I just learned about it
the
today.
idea of that. That's why I kept the empathy though, because like having
Yeah,
unlimited power or unlimited knowledge, I mean, can easily translate to unlimited power. Like that can go south really
that could
fast
go
if you're not
bad.
empathizing, trying to have morals. So like
Right.
having them together, right? Like that, I think that's the only way. You can't have one without the other. Empathy without like the knowledge, you'd be taken advantage of all the time, be down some bad rabbit holes,
That would be
right?
bad.
Like yeah, so that's the superpower, like just being capable of truly being the smartest person on earth, but also trying to be one of the most empathetic, more ethical people on earth. That would solve problems,
That
I
would be
think.
hard.
That would be very hard
All right,
and
who's your
so
sidekick?
exhausting. I have to say Daredevil. I just have to. I was
There you
I
go.
was trying to think of literally
Is it
anybody
shirtless
else.
Matt Murdock, as Stephanie says?
No. I
Are
just
you on that bandwagon?
No, I'm not. No, I'm
No.
not. I just like thinking about how having a lawyer in your corner is just helpful in
Oh
general
God.
for life.
Right?
To like have a guy who's so smart and like depending on what comic, he's a professor, he's a pastor, he's a like he wears so many hats. Yes, he has superpowers and could like beat someone up for you, but he's also like a safe guy, which I like. I miss having guy friends. I used to have a lot growing up. And like I lost a lot of them when I got older, of course. And like having a guy friend that's like fully
Yeah.
safe, not creepy, would be encouraging me. Like that'd be awesome. Him or She-Hulk, because she's also a lawyer. So,
Ooh, yeah. And Stephanie Phillips wrote some She-Hulk too.
oh, did she? I
Did
actually
you know
didn't know
that?
that. No, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
she just wrote like a 6-issue run, I think, of She-Hulk. She loved it. It was
Wow.
really good too. It was in the
No,
Imperial. It was like last year, but it was really good.
I
Might have been earlier this year.
legitimately didn't know who she was or Stephanie Williams or any comic book writers. I'm new to the game, but I didn't know who they were
Me too.
until Daredevil and Roots of Madness,
Oh
which is
wow.
crazy because both of them, those two books so far, I've been floored at how amazing they are. And to know that they have
Right.
all these other comics I had never heard of is insane. I was like, I've been living under a rock, man.
Well, and I was gonna say this, touch on this a few minutes ago because I don't know, talking about like our journey, right? Like in doing this with her. Like I am not like I'm a nerd. I've been a nerd my whole life. In high school, I loved playing board games. I was, I enjoyed the movies when they started coming out. Like I've always been the geek, the nerd, whatever you want to call it. Um, I've been down different roads of that, geekness, whether it's board games or comics. Now it's comics, but I wasn't, until 2 years ago. I had a little, like, no comic knowledge, right? Like I was envious of people that had, like I have a really good friend who, like, he read comics since he was like 5 years old. Like he knows
Wow.
every comic storyline. Like, and I used to like. I love the man because he's very smart, and he likes somehow he likes me and hanging out with me, and I love hanging out with smart people. And but he makes me definitely feel stupid, right? And when we're in the same room, but so this podcast is more of a documenting the journey of both of us learning together, right? And
Yeah.
learning, like, I read the Jason Aaron Thor run in 2014, 2012 to 2015. That's when I had my store and Thor came out, right, in 2011. Right. So I was reading, like I said, I had a comic rack. I didn't have shelves, but I had a rack of comics in the corner. And I collected a few because, it's my store. So if I'm ordering them, I'm getting me some comics. And so I had a couple boxes of comics, short boxes. But I had and even when her and I started reading comics a year and a half ago, we were just buying the title, right? Sometimes we're buying the cover,
Yeah.
like, okay, there's a current Thor, I'm going to buy that, right? Because I'm a Thor fan.
Right.
Hers is Harley Quinn. And then we just started nitpicking, right? And like you, there's a guy at the shop, and Rob, shout out to Rob. I met him. He was just another customer in the store, right? But he was just like, we'd always end up being there at the same time, like a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And he would be like, you need to read this, and you need to read that, and you need to read this. And I'm like, okay. And like Power Fantasy. I don't know if you've heard of that one.
I haven't read it yet, but yes.
Oh, it's phenomenal. It's kind of like my friend I was just talking about that's very smart, and like I feel dumb when I'm in the room with him. I feel dumb when I'm reading that comic because it's over my head on a lot of things, but it's amazing. But it's documenting the whole journey, right? And that's what I love about this is like we're learning together. We're documenting. It was T.S. Luther that actually pointed that out to me when we met for lunch one day. And like I said, I love learning new things. I love learning by doing. So I created a comic book, right? I was jealous of all these people I'm interviewing that created comic books.
I mean,
I was
me too,
jealous
man.
of,
I'm contemplating
artists.
One, so I get it.
Do it. I'll help you. Whatever you need.
Please do, actually. Yeah, we'll talk.
And no, I'm serious. Like, just message me. We can talk. I don't know. I love just learning, and like we've come so far. Like now we're actually picking artists. We're picking writers. We're picking, like we're so much more now, less, we're still just touching the surface, but we're a little bit more than surface level, right?
Right.
Like you said, anything has Phillips on it, I'm gonna buy, because she's awesome. She's been super awesome to us, and it was really cool when we got to finally meet her a couple months ago in person. And like she remembered us.
Wow.
She told me straight up, she was like, because her editor was on Will, right?
And he was so funny,
she's
man.
Like,
he was so funny.
He needs to be on more of these videos.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't like it, but he's amazing. Mm-hmm. And I cannot wait. If I was supposed to meet him at Heroes Con, but he couldn't make it. But I'm hoping, and we're supposed to meet next week. So at Terrificon.
Nice.
But like when we got to her table, she's like, man, it's awesome to see you guys in person. She's like, Will is the biggest fan of you guys. She's like, he literally tells me once a week what you guys are up to.
That's so awesome. So cool. My God. Right? I love that.
And because he backed my Kickstarter, so he had a copy of my comic book. Wow. And he was going to mail it to her, but we gave it to her, when we were there. Cool. So she has copies of our book. And she was, she's like, yeah, he's got. I was like, well, now we don't, because here you go. I owe you this because, I don't. One of the coolest things, I don't know if you noticed in the comic book. Well, you don't have the comic book, so you wouldn't notice this.
Correct. But I want to know.
You need to get the comic.
Oh, I'll take care of it. We'll figure it
So a
out.
lot of the part of my comic book is set inside a comic shop. Okay,
that's fun. I
so
figured
instead of having like a lot
cover, yeah,
right,
yeah,
a lot of the Marvel and DC titles and stuff, the books that are on the shelf are people's books that I've had on the podcast.
dude, that's so cool.
So look, right there is Grimm by Stephanie Phillips. She
That's
let
so
me
cool.
put her book in my book, right?
That's so cool.
So anybody that let me do that, is getting a free copy, right? So
that's cool.
I owed her that copy. So I was like, that's what I told her. I was like, well, you let me use your book. Here's the least I can do is give you a copy of my book. So my comic. But she was super cool. Like I said, she remembered us. She just broke my pen. I'm gonna.
No,
You're,
I didn't break it. Okay,
well,
it just popped.
It's all right, Annakhan. Yeah. You can get your aggression out. It's okay. No, but I mean, you're like highlighting the humanity of it, right? I think earlier when I mentioned how welcoming comics is, I think that's the part I was trying to like reflect on, right? Like we're always told like don't meet. Well, first of all, we shouldn't idolize human beings that
don't
much
meet your
because
heroes.
we're fallible, right? But they say like don't meet your heroes, and like that's true because a lot of the time, right? Like fame gets to people's heads and it kind of just brings out what was already there. And if you're famous, you can get away with more is usually the issue.
Right.
So like I love basketball, but I've always been so careful to like really have a favorite player because I was I think I was 10 or 11. She's back in my good graces because she figured her life out a lot better. But there's a player named Diana Taurasi who was my favorite player back then. She played for the Phoenix Mercury. And I remember my like little girl heart. She might have been close. I might have been close to your age, Annika, maybe not 9. So I wasn't 9, but she like got in trouble for a DUI like several times in a row. And like, it was so hard for me to understand, like somebody I looked up to could make such a dumb decision that could hurt other people. Right. And like comics, I keep waiting, at least for the people that I have met so directly, and had conversations with, like, I keep waiting for them to disappoint me, and they haven't, which has been so nice. Like, we're not perfect. Awesome. We still make mistakes, right? Obviously.
Oh, no. None of us are perfect.
People in the comics world, though, like, for the most part, the ones I've met anyway, again, anywhere you look can have toxicity if you look close enough, but they at least take accountability and they're very human. Like you said, she remembered your name. Like the editor, once they're on a show, like, first of all, it's cool that they came on, but like they don't have to circle back and hear your stuff and stuff. Like nobody has to do any of this. And the fact
they don't know us a thing.
It's so cool. Like Stephanie Williams, the reason I'm name dropping her for more hype.
She's amazing too.
I did a review of Roots of Madness, and again, I just do this for fun. I didn't like hop on here and go, all right, I hope she's gonna see this and like repost it and make me famous. Like that's not at all my intention. No. Everything I post, like I just love comics. Like I'm trying to contribute to the
it's more like you want to do that to help them, right? Like that's the way I look at it. Like,
and she reached
I'm doing
out to
this
me,
review,
which was crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
she's awesome. She lives semi close to us.
Oh, cool.
Like in the same state. She lives in North Carolina.
Oh, cool.
But so she does a lot of the conventions that we go to because we're in the same state. So we see her, we saw her quite a few times, but every time we see her, it's like, Heroes Con, or she just did a signing at a mall, a comic shop at a mall, and we went to meet her.
So cool.
We'd already reached out to her about her being on, but I was like, well, she's, right here. Let's go to see her. We went and met her in person, talked a few minutes. Now it's like every convention or whatever, we'll see each other online or whatever. She's been amazing. So hopefully we're getting her to our shop here soon.
Yeah, just so human. I love it. But anyway, yeah, I could like go endlessly on about how I think comics are so healing because just the network of people in general, like to take such a huge world. I don't even know. There's 8 billion people in the world, something like that. And
something
to like
that,
feel so seen by like people that I think the cool thing is like you don't want to just meet a famous person. Like I don't really care for that. No offense, famous people, but like I don't care. I like meeting people who are creating incredible stories and like getting to know a human being and like the reason why that became their story, why that's something they're passionate about. Like that's what I care
And the
about, right? Like
inspiration to others,
right,
right? Like
right. I could care
that's one of, I
less.
guess, our biggest things is inspiring, having Annika meet inspiring people, right? That's like, I guess that would be like the underlying behind the scenes mission statement, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the meeting Stephanie Phillips, meeting Stephanie Williams, showing her that there's more to life than this town, right? You
Yeah.
can be whatever you want. You can do
Right.
whatever you want. Stick
Yep.
with it. All right, the last question on here is, if your life were a comic book, what would the title be?
Oh, did I somehow miss this question on the other episodes I watched? Because
Oh
what?
yeah, because I asked this of everybody.
Oh yeah, I might have. I've
And
had
then
a
when you come back on, I have a follow up to it. So,
great.
ooh.
Ooh.
She's like,
No,
I'm never coming back on this show.
no, I'm happy to come back, but this is hold on. Okay, I think I got it because like the second part or the first part I say a lot. I have the last like 15 years of my life, and the second part it's been something I've been saying more recently. So like I'll elaborate, but if I think I had a comic book, I think it would be called "Feel Too Much, Try Too Hard."
I like that.
And
I need
yeah,
to
I
write
don't
that
have
down.
I need
to
a new
go
chair.
deep into it, but like again, earlier when I said empathy is a superpower, right? I think it's that way
Right?
because in the world we live in right now, there's still people that are right and wrong on fundamental things. That is true. But I think we've very much lost the art of just trying to listen, trying to learn, trying to empathize, and it shows. So, like the feeling too much, it's seen negatively, especially like by men I work with sometimes. And they're like, well, I can't cry. I'm a man. I'm like, that's the problem, what? Like, feeling too much, right? Like, we're human, there's nothing wrong with, like, being so happy that you cry, being so angry that you cry. I used to hate that. When I get mad enough, I'll sob, and it gets me so mad that I'm crying. But, like, being so happy you cry, being so mad you cry, being so sad you cry, right? Like, feeling too much just means you're feeling the extent of the human experience, and, like, to not feel that would suck. So feeling too much and like my day job and my night job as a basketball coach, like I really work hard on trying to let everybody know, not only normalizing emotions, making sure they're normalized, but also emphasizing how they really are our like human superpower. Like I grew up thinking knowledge is one of the strongest superpowers out there. And that's true. Like it helped me get out of poverty, the situations I was in. Like the more you know, right? Like that's why if you don't
Mm-hmm.
like reading, I know it's turned around because of comics and I'm proud, but keep reading. The more you read, the literacy crisis we're facing is a big deal. And the power of
I
fiction
just
to
read this
teach.
today.
Did you? Good. But it's an issue,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
So like
it's thick too.
it
it is thick.
is. So the more we read, right,
Yeah.
it sets you up to pursue whatever you want in life. Make sure that no one really takes advantage of you, that you know who you are and what you want. But it also grows your emotions, feeling too much and being able to understand, right? If it hadn't been for a lot of the books I read, I'm not a black person. If it wasn't for books I've read and things like Roots of Madness that Stephanie Williams wrote, like I wouldn't know a lot of firsthand like what it's like to be a black person in the world, right? Like, yes, I'm brown
Right.
and I do still know some of the awful sides of it, like racism, but it still looks different for me than it does for people that are black, right? So like the feeling too much, empathy, is a great thing and I love it. And then the trying too hard, this is perfect because you're going to middle school, Monica. But the trying too hard, like a lot of kids I work with as a therapist and that I coach for basketball, they're always so worried about looking cringe. I hear that way too much. Who cares? Right? Like
Right.
trying too hard. If you're not trying too hard, you're never going to get where you want to be. If you're not trying too hard, you're not enjoying things to the fullest. You're not becoming who you actually are or want to be. You're not letting people know and love the real you. You're not like, there's nothing wrong with being a geek or a nerd. We're a geek and a nerd with everything. I'm a
That's
geek for
right.
basketball and a nerd for
Exactly.
basketball, right? I care too much. I try too hard, and I'm proud of it. So if that was my comic,
There you go.
that's what it would be called. Yeah.
I love it. Do you want to do your this or that real quick?
Sure.
All right, we're going to do that,
Alright.
and then
Hold
we'll wrap
on.
this up.
I was just drawing on my
Sure.
paper, and
Let me see it.
I made my new signature.
Oh,
Ooh,
gee.
I want to see. Let's see it. Let me see it.
Okay.
Okay, so it's
Solid.
that.
Okay, work. Wait, what are your initials?
You
again?
added the C.
No.
Okay, I see
There's
it.
no
I see it.
C in it.
Oh, there's
It's
no C in it?
AR. Her initials are ACRR, but
Yeah, but
She has
Is it
four
supposed to
AR.
look like a star on purpose? Because it kind of does.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
so
looks cool.
it's basically like a star.
I like it.
All right,
I
do
think
your
it
this
looks
or
better
that. We
than
got so
mine. That's mine.
that was bad. Oh, I like that.
What is
It's a
this?
giant D and an N and a squiggle. That's mine.
I love that.
That's cool.
That's
Hopefully
perfect.
it'll
So
be
when you write your
famous one
comic, you
day
know how you're
on
going
a
to sign
comic.
it, right?
Yep. There you go. Yeah.
So since Spider-Man comes out tomorrow or Friday or whatever, she's going to do a Spider-Man this or that.
Yep.
All right. I feel
All right.
so
Okay.
honored.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. I'm
Right?
nervous. All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
So it's gonna be you against him, okay?
I don't know how that works, but
Okay.
figure it
I'll
out.
take it.
There's
All
only
right.
one correct answer.
Okay. No pressure.
Okay. So Peter Parker or Miles Morales?
Miles Morales, dude. I'm sorry. Easy. I don't got to
Ooh,
think about
I'm
that.
Peter Parker.
Peter
Miles
Parker.
Morales speaks
I
Spanish.
don't think she knows a lot
Is
of
at a
it. A lot of
bodega.
Miles.
He plays basketball. That's my guy. No, see, Peter Parker.
Yeah, definitely.
Prior to
Right. 100%.
Really
Miles Morales, Peter Parker took it, even with all the variants of different
Yeah.
Spider-Man. He's just so classic, such a great character. But for being real, like no Spider-Man is above another because they're all him and they embody it so well. So that's a trick question and that's rude, I must say.
Right.
Um,
There you go.
so no one's wrong on that one, you know? I don't know.
Since it's our last episode of July
No.
and it's Christmas
my
in
goodness.
July, we get the Santa hat.
Nice.
No.
Okay, I'll take
Hold
it.
on, no, we gotta
Christmas
do
in
this.
July?
We gotta do
Nice.
this.
Yeah. I'm for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Hit me with another question.
Okay,
What we got next?
Christmas in July, y'all. Okay, so web shooters or organic webbing.
Web shooters or organic webbing? Ooh. I'm a lazy person, so I don't want to make web shooters all the time. So it'd have to be organic because I'm just lazy. I
I'm
don't want
going
to
organic too.
I don't want to put the
Okay,
time and
well-
money and energy to always be
Wait.
making the web shooters, you know?
What do you mean? Aren't the web shooters where you just like?
Well, they're the ones where he actually has to wear a device that's a web shooter
Oh,
On his
I
wrist,
thought
yeah.
versus the organic where it just comes out
Oh,
of his
I
wrist.
thought those
Right.
were opposite. So I'll give y'all the point.
All right, sweet. We win. We're winning.
I thought
Nice.
the web shooters.
Well,
were
which
the-
one? Okay, never mind.
I
Go
thought
ahead.
the web shooters were like where he just like.
No, the organics where it just like he can do it.
Okay. So I actually picked organic. I didn't actually on my sheet, but you know,
I got you.
whatever.
You're good.
Okay.
Other
Green
questions?
Goblin or Dr. Octopus?
Doc Ock. Done.
Ooh, really? Doc Ock?
Yep.
I have to go Green Goblin. I'm a huge William Dafoe fan, so
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did Green Goblin like perfect.
Well,
You
here's
got it.
where you're finding the feel too much, Annika. I love Defoe, and his performance is leaps and bounds better than Alfred Molina's. No offense to Alfred Molina, I love him. But as a
Right.
little girl, I think I was 8 or 9 when I saw Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock, and like at the time, I was realizing I was a pretty smart kid more than everybody else, in a lot of ways. And that movie is what really helped me like try to balance the empathy and humility that I've really worked so hard on my whole life. So when he said, right, like, when he was telling Peter, like, it's not enough to be brilliant, young man. Like, you're brilliant but lazy. That's not something to be proud of. You
Right.
have to work hard. You have to be a good person. And when he says, like, knowledge is a privilege and a gift to be used for the goodness of all mankind, like, that stuck with me my whole life. So I have to give Doc Ock that just for that. And he's great in the video game, too. If you play video games, Sonica, Spider-Man on the PlayStation, Doc Ock's in it. He's amazing. So.
I think I have like one Spider-Man game.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is.
I think
I
it's
haven't
Spider-Man
played it in
1.
years. It might be.
All I
There you
did was swing around.
She just likes swinging around the city.
That's
Which is
fun.
fun.
That's fine. Yeah. You
Right?
get cool views. Hit me with another one. I
All
feel
right,
like
what's
me and your
next?
dad are like tied with takes right now. I don't know how you're scoring this.
I think so.
Maybe. Okay, so sorry. Daily Bugle or Oscorp?
Oscorp or Daily
Ooh.
Bugle?
They're both
I know
not
my
great
answer.
sometimes. Ooh, you might have to go before me because I gotta think about it.
I'm picking Daily Bugle.
Did you
Okay.
look at my answer?
I did not.
But like, am I working for them? What's the what is the this or that? Because if I'm working for
Which one
them,
you'd like better?
Oscorp pays better. But
Well,
probably
that's
Daily
true.
Bugle if I want like less stress and less like super soldiers coming out of my office. Probably Daily
I just
Bugle.
love, like, so I'm on this, reading the Mighty Thor run here behind
Oh
me.
yeah, nice.
I'm
Nice.
reading every Thor. And it just, the Daily Bugle pops up, or, in all, like, everywhere, and I love it.
Oh,
Okay,
did not
so
know
next
that. Okay,
question.
solid. Yes.
Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy?
Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, Gwen. I'm going to pick Gwen, too.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spider-Gwen was awesome.
Spider-Gwen for that
Also
reason.
written by Stephanie Phillips.
Seriously? Dang, girl has a freaking resume already. And she has a PhD.
Oh, yeah,
That's like the
right?
part I love the most because I don't have mine yet. So
I
I'm
don't
jealous.
have
What a
that.
baddie.
I don't have a
What a
bachelor's. I
baddie.
need a bachelor's.
That's
This
okay. I
shirt
mean, the
is
piece of
so
paper doesn't matter
uncomfortable.
that much, but okay. So hold on. You said Gwen Stacy too. What's your reasoning, pal? Annika, Santa friend.
Just like pick. I know
She just picks
I know
randomly.
she has pink on her costume.
She does.
Okay, that's a
probably
good reason.
why.
And
Pink is a good enough reason.
you've got one behind you. I see it on your shelf.
I'll take it.
No.
Oh.
D, don't you have one on your desk? Do you have it on your shelf? Isn't that a Spider-Gwen?
Oh,
in
yeah.
the middle
This
shelf,
is,
in the middle?
Yeah, it's a AMC popcorn
Yeah.
container from like 3 years ago.
The popcorn bucket.
Yeah, I gotta go get mine tomorrow from AMC, the Spider-Man head. That's your reminder.
Yeah.
Regal has the really cool spider wall climbing one that came out today. And AMC has the head like that one, but actual Spider-Man Peter Parker head. But actually, I'm going to change my mind, Annika. I know we got to go here in a second. Let me back up for a sec, okay? I think Miles Morales is my true favorite, but like my partner, the love of my life, a guy I've been with for 3 years, he is the real life Peter Parker. He's very white and his glasses are circular like mine. And he just very much looks like Peter Parker, like the more blonde looking one from one of the comics 10, 15 years ago. So I'm going to have to say Peter Parker just because I live with one.
Because you're in love with Peter Parker.
Because I'm in love with one. I like found one in
Love
real
it.
life. And I'm excited to spend the rest of my life with him. So yeah.
All right.
That made her gag. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? And cough and
What?
die? Girl,
Yeah.
you've been dying too much in today's discussion. Drink water.
Right? What's
Focus,
next? Can I do the next
Santa.
one?
No!
Focus, Santa.
Dang it.
All right.
I can't drink Gatorade because he wants to steal the answers from me.
Oh.
Okay. New York rooftops or multiverse travel?
That's tough.
Ooh. I can't say both, huh? No. I think it's both.
You can't.
Mm.
It's against
See, but
the made-up rules.
Multiverse is really cool, just obviously to like be exploring, but I get car sick. So I'm sure multiverse travel is just going to be not good on my body. So just for the terms of like me staying alive, I'm going to go with New York rooftops.
Okay.
I'm going with New York as well. Sweet.
You stole the answers. Okay. Spider senses or super strength?
I'm going to go super strength because we technically all already have spider senses. That's anxiety, neurotransmitters in your body, hormones, all of it, right? Like all the science, how your brain and body work. you pretty much already have a Spidey sense. It's just not as loud as Peter Parker's is sometimes. So I'm gonna go with super strength for that reason.
His is just like enhanced.
Right. So
Okay, Dad.
So I was gonna go spider senses, but now I feel dumb doing so.
Okay, well,
no, don't do that.
Well, we already had that discussion that
Yeah.
you are, so.
Well, but that's mean, dude.
There's the Annika that I know.
Freaking savage.
That's why she
apparently.
gets called Annakhan. So
for the jugular, man, she just like went straight for
Right.
it. Dang, she like twisted the knife.
Yep.
Kid, like brutal on your poor dad. No,
Next.
no, I like that's how I
Next.
interpreted it though. So it's not wrong.
Yeah, no,
the
I get
original
that
thought.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Okay.
No, you're good. All right, another one.
So, okay. Symbiome suit or classic red and blue suit. And if you correct me, I'm gonna poke you with my pick.
Yeah, that's another lore.
My favorite color is black, so I think I have to go with the symbiote suit. Just for that.
The symbiote suit is awesome, but I'm gonna go classic.
Y'all both said that differently.
We did.
I actually don't know
so
how
confused.
it's pronounced. I've never said it out loud before, so if I'm wrong, that's hilarious. I don't know.
Symbiote is how I've always said it.
Symbiome. I don't know.
So what's the right answer?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
think wait, I did circle it.
Which one's right?
Yeah, I'm gonna change my answer so y'all both got points.
Okay, work.
No,
I mean,
I actually don't remember.
I
classic
don't
colors are pretty
understand
too,
how that
though.
works.
So, like,
Right?
so
The red
yeah.
and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it. Continue.
Okay, we got two more.
These are good questions.
Two more.
Well done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're probably made by AI. Anyway. Sinister Six or Venom?
Sinister Six, because that often has Doc Ock in it, and Green Goblin. So,
Ooh.
as much as
that's-
Venom is cool, like, I
Ooh.
have to have Doc
Right.
Ock, and Green Goblin is pretty cool. So, like, I have to have both of those over just Venom. For me.
I agree. Sinister Six.
Yeah. And plus, like, math, right? I get 6 people for the Sinister Six. I only get
Right.
one
Versus
Venom
one.
alien
Well,
guy.
2.
Well, technically 2.
You'll get Eddie
2-ish.
Brock.
Yeah, 2. So, yeah.
Those were great movies.
I want more bang for my buck.
All right.
Dude.
Which one's the right answer?
The one y'all pick.
The Sinister Six? Sweet.
Nice. We're doing great today.
All right.
See, you're doing great.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more. Toby, Andrew, or Tom?
I'm gonna get canceled on the internet, dude. Okay. I will answer, but before I say that, I think Toby is the best Spider-Man, Andrew is the best Peter, and Tom is the best combo of both, is my opinion, usually when I answer this question. But if I really have to pick, solely because I was a teenager with depression.
You don't have to pick.
I am gonna pick. I'll pick. It's Andrew. That's this one. It's Andrew.
Oh. I'm going to go Tom, only because I love the portrayal of him being so young
Yeah, the accuracy
in the
on age.
Avengers and all that stuff, and like
Yeah.
being taken under Tony's wing and I don't know, just this. He's got a lot more story, right? He got a lot more opportunity to get his story out.
True. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just going with Tom.
Fair. Respectable.
And who doesn't like him singing, dancing with an umbrella? So
oh my gosh, you
Tom's
know
awesome.
that video?
That is the best video ever.
Approved.
I watch
Now,
it every
see,
day.
Your dad is cool. That movie or that episode of that show made me believe in love, because you can see the moment Zendaya falls in love with that guy. And I love Zendaya too. So no, you're right. I love Andrew. I just got to defend him because poor guy only got 2 movies and terrible writing.
right, he did only. Right. Well, he got the multiverse. Is that so?
Yeah,
to get
well,
3?
3,
You got
I
3
guess.
total,
2 on his own.
technically.
Yeah. But like, just hire Stephanie
Right.
Phillips to write his story for a 3rd solo movie with old man in his 40s,
Ooh.
Spider-Man, and we're sold.
Well, Stephanie's getting an adaptation of her original at Netflix. So
Did not know that.
Of
Okay,
Grimm.
sign her up, guys.
Yeah,
Marvel, chop. Let's go.
yeah,
Get her on. Kevin Feige.
So,
right.
You want the bonus question?
Yes.
I'm scared,
Okay.
but yes, go ahead.
Right?
You gotta pick right, okay? Thor or Harley Quinn?
I should just hit the end button right now.
No.
And just like walk away.
Listen,
That is like the meanest question you could ask
That
a
is.
guest on the show with us
and
on. That is
here's
so
the hard part, though. Okay,
wow.
Harley Quinn, psychiatrist, a well-educated woman in mental health, so I'm gonna have to go with Harley Quinn.
I agree with you.
So
Okay, Santa dance party.
Okay.
nice.
It's officially 9:40. I said this was going to last 45 minutes, and we're an hour and a half
Oh
in.
yeah, go to bed. I
But
forgot you guys are on the east.
We need to wrap
Yeah,
this up, but we need to do
get
this
out,
again
guys.
sometime.
Yeah,
We
sounds
do.
good.
Please reach out to me. Keep in touch. Stay in touch in
Will
the
do.
socials.
Okay.
But it was great having you on. This was a fun episode. We didn't get everything I wanted to do, but that's okay. We're gonna have you. You know, you can come back
Yeah,
on.
sure. Definitely
Especially
will.
when you get your comic you're working on.
A long way
I'll
from
help
it.
you.
I just
We'll
have
do it.
a couple ideas. I bought a book that's like supposed to explain or how to start doing it, and we'll go
Don't
from
buy
there. I
books.
guess.
Stephanie literally put a video out yesterday. Said, "Quit buying the books."
Yeah, I learned I have really bad ADHD though, so I have to have like the video, a book, and be doing it myself. Like I need all three, which is
Right.
kind of annoying. But I will definitely hit you up. Thanks for having me, Annika.
If it
You're
was a
gonna do
drawing
great.
book, you're okay.
Oh, it's like half drawing, half writing. It's
Writing?
one that
Okay.
Bendis wrote,
That's good.
I think.
Cool.
So I'm gonna write that. But it was a pleasure meeting both of you. I love what you're doing. Annika,
Yes,
you're gonna
you
kill
too.
it in school.
Thank you.
You're gonna do great. I look forward to talking to you guys more. Go see Spider-Man. August 1st is National Spider-Man Day. So if you do not see it this weekend, that's a hate crime toward Spider-Man.
There you go. We
You
have
have
to
to
do
go
it
see
now.
it. But it's really good. Go see it.
I didn't know
look forward
that.
to
See,
your
I didn't
thoughts.
know that.
Yeah, my birthday and Spider-Man
Yeah.
Day are on the same day. That's how I know that. So. Yeah.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Well,
Thank
happy
you.
birthday to Spider-Man and you.
Right?
Exactly.
Well, awesome. Now, you got to hang out for a minute after I click stop. But
Oh, okay.
thank you again for being here. It was awesome. I'm going to end this, and we'll see you next time on Talking Comics. Thank you for listening to Talking Comics Podcast, powered by Aquadio Media, helping creators make waves.